Hello, and welcome back to the SQ5R Reading Strategy video series. This video covers the second step of the reading strategy, which is question. The questioning section, as you'll recall, comes after the survey. So in the previous video, we surveyed the chapter, and we kind of gained an idea of what the major concepts of the chapter were going to be and the things that it would cover. Now we have to develop the questions that we hope to answer with our reading. Now I'm at the end of the chapter, and unfortunately I don't see any questions here immediately for me to access that were provided by the textbook manufacturer. So what I'll do is I'll actually need to go back through and develop questions of my own. So I'll scroll back up to the top of the chapter where I started, and I'll start figuring out what questions I think are going to be asked. So immediately I see the word Kant a lot, the name Immanuel Kant, and the fact that the chapter is called Kant's Deontology. So one question I'm going to write down in my notebook, which is next to me. Unfortunately, you guys can't see it, but just trust that it's there, and you'll have one with you as well. I'm going to say, who is Immanuel Kant? Why is Immanuel Kant important? A couple questions like that. I'm scrolling back through, I saw deontology. What is deontology, right? How is deontology applied? These concepts that we saw throughout surveying the chapter. You could write down, what is goodwill? How does one show it? What is autonomy? How is it used in the theory? What is the categorical imperative? What is universality? You can go through and what is respect for persons? And again, you're writing these down as you go. You're just making a list of questions, okay? You can also make notes of these questions in the text itself. So I could highlight this here, right? I can go to add a note, and I could type in, what is respect for persons, right? And know that this is something I'm going to come back later and try to find an answer for. And then when I answer it, I can type it into that note as well. Now, I know it seems a little obvious because it says respect for persons right here, and then immediately after it is the definition. But what I'll do in that note is I'll come back and I'll just add to the idea, add to the concept, maybe put it in my own words. Okay, so that way I can help conceptualize what I've read, what I've learned in the chapter. And that's it. This is really just a simple look through, ask some certain questions. Like you could ask the question like, how do we apply universality? How do we apply respect for persons? How do you apply Kant's theory? Just general questions that you're going to answer as you go through the reading when you have a little bit more of that detail. And that, when you have your list of questions gathered, you've finished the question phase of SQ5R, and then you're ready to move on to the actual reading portion of this reading strategy.